Hi, my name is Ashish, and in this video we will see how to use Configuration Builder to dynamically configure ASP.NET Web App to retrieve secrets from Azure Key Vault. In this video we will use Configuration Builder to retrieve access keys from an Azure Key Vault at runtime. So if you have some C# programming experience, it would be good. And we need a development environment that has Windows 10 and Visual Studio 2019 with the latest updates. And we need Git for Windows installed on your machine. So we will configure an existing ASP.NET Web App to retrieve sensitive information such as connection strings from the Azure Key Vault. By using Azure Key Vault, we help protect security information that could otherwise be used by malicious applications to attack the system. The scenario in this module involves an existing .NET Framework web app that is running on-premises. We start by migrating this application to web app that's built by using Azure App Service. Next, we store the secrets that are required with this application to connect to resources such as a database in the Key Vault. Finally, we configure the application by using a configuration builder that retrieves information from the Key Vault. Let's set up an application and deploy Azure resources. So I will again use my Microsoft Azure Sandbox environment that Azure gives me to do labs on my Azure portal under my subscription. So when I will log on to the portal, I would see the Sandbox subscription for me to do this lab. So let me just quickly log on to the portal and take it from there. Hey, now you see I'm getting Microsoft Learn Sandbox. I will click on it. So the example web app that I will use in this video is based on and part of an e-commerce system. The app enables a warehouse employee to update the details of the product sold by the system and maintains the current stock levels. Right, so I will download and test the simple web app locally. Right, so I will make a folder in my Windows Explorer. Let me pause the video and come back. Okay, so now you see that I am on the migration workshop folder. I'm going to use the git clone command to clone one of the existing web apps locally. I'm going to paste. Alright, enter. It will clone this to my new folder that I created. And cloning, and cloning. I'll pause the video and come back. It is done. Very good. Now I will start the Visual Studio 19. I already did. And I'll select open a project or a solution by clicking on here. Alright. Now I will go to the migration workshop folder. I will select the eShop modernizing folder. Okay. I did that. I will select the eShop legacy web form solution. This one. And I'll select open. And I will select open. This will open up that solution file into the Visual Studio 2019. Okay. Alright, so it says based on your solution, you might need to install extra components for a full development experience. You click on install. If you get the same message, please click on install and install the additional components. When you will click on install, it will prompt you with this dialog box. We'll have to wait. List all the things, you click on install. it will take its time and start the downloading operation and then the install operation. So these things will take time. Please be patient and install the things that are required to do the lab. Alright, it seems almost done. So we need to restart Visual Studio, and we'll again open the eShop Legacy Web Forms solution. So this is what I selected. When you click on it, you see all these things. In the Solution Explorer window, we need to expand the eShop Legacy Web Forms project and then select web.config. So let me see where the web.config is. It's in the bottom. So you see this here. I selected it. In the web.config file, in the app settings section, we have to set the value of the use mock data key to false. So this is the file that opened up. So if I scroll it down and see where that app setting section is, here it is. So I need to change it to false, like this. And to build and run the app, we have to select F5. The apps open up a web browser and displays the catalog manager page for the web file. So if I do Control S and if I do F5, what it will do is it will build and run the app. Let's see what happens. So for now, my Visual Studio ran into not responding. Oh, okay. It's doing something. It's building and deploying the app, running the app. Almost seems ready. And you see at the bottom the progress bar. The app will open up a web browser and display the catalog. So let's wait. Let me pause and come back. See here it says build started project eShop Legacy Web Forms, debug any CPU. Now it is debugging the app. It's building the app. Now it is opening up the browser for me, and it's the localhost 50586. Let's see what page I get. Let me pause the video and come back again. I was not able to successfully build and run the app. It says it is not able to find the path of the solution file that I copy pasted. So let me refresh it again and see if it works. Else what I'll do is I will create the Azure resources for running the app on an Azure web app and see if it works there. Alright, it is not working, so I'll log on to the Azure portal, and in the Azure Cloud Shell I will run the commands to define the PowerShell variables. The commands that create the Azure resources and subsequent steps use the variables. So user alias, server admin password, and resource group name. Let me do that. So let me log on to the portal and launch the Azure Cloud Shell. My Azure Cloud Shell is launched, mentioning one variable here, user alias with my name. Then I will do server admin password. I'll mention the password and also mention the resource group name as well. The same resource group that I'm using in the sandbox environment, right? To define additional variables to be used to create the resources, I will run few more commands. To create a new Azure app service plan for the hosting web app, I'll run these commands. So it will pick up the web app name, it will pick up the resource group name, the location, and it will create a web app hosting plan for me. Now we'll create a web app by using the app service plan that I just created. This is working now. It is creating the Azure resources, as you can see. Alright, now you see that my web app has also been done. So I will assign a managed identity to the web app by this command. I'll hit enter. This will take some time, but we'll do it. After that, I will create a new Azure SQL database instance using this Azure CLI. I will paste the command and hit enter. Will take some time, but we'll do it. Looks better now. It is creating the database now. Now after that, this is done. I will use the configuration builder type. So configuring the app is central to building in its own way. That allows its dependencies to vary based on the environment in which it's deployed. In .NET Framework apps, the most common mechanism to customize app configuration is through the configuration manager type. We can use the configuration manager to read settings that are often stored in the app.config file for desktop apps or in the web.config. One of the challenges with storing configuration settings in this manner is that values to be kept secret often end up being stored as plain text. So I'll have to use the configuration builder class. Now I will create an Azure key vault and store the connection string. So what I did here was I set the access policy of the Azure key vault, and then I stored the secure string in the key vault by using the key catalog DB context. Alright. Now I will verify that the catalog DB context secret has been stored in the key vault or not. It is done. Now I will set the vault name as an app setting named key vault name for the web app. By using this setting, the application is configured to retrieve the name of the key vault. Like this, I'll hit enter. Let's see what it does. After that, I'll have to configure the web app. So we'll switch to the Visual Studio on our laptop and then return to the eShop legacy web form solution that contains the web app. So now this is this one, and I'll close this one. I will click on Solution Explorer. On the Tools menu, I will select the NuGet package manager, and I will choose Package Manager Console. It's initializing it here. Let me bring it up. In the Package Manager Console window, I will run the command to install the configuration builder library that is required for reading secrets from the Azure Key Vault. I'm running this command, install Package Manager. Hit enter. It is attempting to gather the dependencies. Okay, that seems done. So now in the Solution Explorer window, we'll select the web.config file again. So let me bring that up. Here is my Solution Explorer window. Here is my web.config file. I'll select it. I drag this drop. And you will see the config builder section has been added to the file. Let me see. Azure Key Vault, vault name, type, Microsoft Configuration Builder, Azure Key Vault configuration, and so on. Right. So in the builder section, in the key vault setting, we'll change the vault name. This vault name to this $. Key vault name. Like this, and at the and add the attribute optional equal to true. Key vault name, I will do optional is equal to true. I'll save it. And I will modify the connection string node by adding with the Azure key vault. So let me minimize it. And you see the connection string add name catalog DB context. So connection strings I will do like this. I'll do config builders is equal to Azure key vault like this. Okay. And I will change this part as well. Add name. So I added this value. Now I will add an empty key to the app settings section with the name key vault name. This key vault will be used as the source for the connection string. However, this setting is only a placeholder. At runtime, the web app will retrieve the value from the key vault name app setting that we specified earlier in the Azure web app. So in this app setting, I will do add key vault name value is equal to this. Right. Now I will deploy the web app to Azure. In the Solution Explorer, I will click on this model like this. I will expand the infrastructure folder and then select the DB and .catalog this sequence.sql file. I'll open it up. And in here, I will comment out this file. Use Microsoft dot the first line. And we'll do for dbo.catalog this file as well. I will sign into Azure by clicking in here. Let me see. And see, I'm signed in. So I will go here, right click, publish. It will pull up. So I will give you an option to pick up the publish target. But I will select app service I'll go for select existing. Create profile. Sign in. This one. Ask me to sign in. Live.com. I'll enter my password. Okay. I'll select the resource group. Go for the resource type, web app. This is one I created. Okay. On the publish page, select publish. It is now showing the output. Build started project, eShop legacy web forms configuration. Doing the publish to the Azure app. This is your address. Now we'll have to wait for the web app to be built and deployed to the app service. When the deployment is complete, the web app would start and Visual Studio opens up the web browser. Now we'll have to verify that the web app shows us the result. That did not came up when I did run the app locally, right? So let's wait and see the result. Okay, publish succeeded. Let me see. So now it is loading Azure web app Azure websites.net. So initially it was loading the local host. Now it is loading my Azure web app. So I just wanted to show you guys how you can read the secrets from the key vault through the connection string by creating a database and Azure web app. Right? It will take some time to load, but if this doesn't load, you know how to do the process. So it will, see, there are errors. So if it would have been a production or I would have been deploying it on a production, I will have to check the web.config file and so on and so forth. So I hope you liked the video. I hope you understand the concept now. If you have any queries, please mention them in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.